welcome to my little corner. I finally got my green card, and I've been in America now for almost 3 years, and I've been going through the whole process of getting a green card, and it was a very long process. It was very expensive, but it just took so long. I'm gonna tell you about my own personal experience and how everything went and how everything happened. So here we go. So I would first like to point out that I did not use a lawyer. I did everything on my own. I prepared all the paperwork, all the documentation. I did it all on my own. I did a very extensive research, and I was able to put everything together. It was a lot of work. It was a ton of paperwork. It was like something like this massive of paperwork. It was crazy. So with that being said, now I want to go into like the timeline of how things happened. So me and my husband, we got married on May 12, 2016. And then on June 13 of 2016, we applied for I-130, which is Petition for Alien Relative. So we, at that time, we couldn't really afford the green card itself, but we could afford just this form, this initial form. And that form alone was $535. That documentation did take a little bit, and I received an approval notice for that form on January 24th of 2017. And then that same year, 2017, on July 7th, we then had enough money to apply for the green card. So then we did that's when I did the whole package, as they call it, for the adjustment of status, which is the green card. Together with that, I also applied for employment authorization and travel document. The travel document and the employment card, and that card is what would allow me to work in America legitimately. And that whole package was $1,225. So yeah, it was a lot of money. At first we didn't have it, so we had to save up for that. So we finally did that, and then I did my biometrics appointment on August 16th of 2017. So only a month after. That was kind of quick. The biometrics, I already did it. The biometrics appointment is where you have to take photos and fingerprints. So they take your fingerprints of all of your fingers, and they kind of run like a background check and like a criminal record check to see if you have criminal records or whatever it is. So after the biometrics appointment, nothing really happened for a very long time. So the next thing that happened after that was on November 1st of 2018. So that was almost a year later. That's when I actually got my EAD approved, and I got the card in the mail. So almost a year later, after I applied with all the documents, that's when I got my employment authorization and travel document, which is all compiled in the EAD card, and I was finally able to work. Not very long after that, that's when things just started happening all at once. Right after I got that card, I actually got my interview notice a few weeks after I received the card. And I got my interview, which is the final step of the process, and I was very scared, honestly, because I did a lot of research. I was watching a lot of videos about it. Most of the videos available on YouTube about the green card interview are mostly made by lawyers and attorneys, and they make it so scary. And honestly, the interview was so fast. It was nothing like the internet said it was. When we were there, the guy, the officer taking care of us, he was so chill. So basically what happened in the interview, it was basically 15 minutes long, the whole thing. And what mostly happened was he was going through our paperwork that we already submitted, and he was asking questions basically that we already answered in the paperwork. And after that, I was kind of waiting for the time when he's gonna ask us personal questions to confirm, like, okay, is the marriage for real, and are you really a couple, you know. So all of those couple and marriage questions, we didn't really get that. So after he was done with like all the paperwork, double checking everything, in a very friendly conversation, he just mentioned, so did you spend New Year's together? How was your New Year's? And it was very casual how he just asked that. And right after that, he just said, okay, you can come now to the front. I need you to sign some papers. And when I look at the paper, it just said, congratulations, you're approved. And we just had to sign it. And I was so like, wait, is this it? And yes, that was it. I was approved on the spot. And I got my card and the approval notice a week later in the mail. Also would like to note that part of the process of applying for a green card is you have to go to the doctor and do a physical. So they do like a P-test. Exam has a 1-year expiration. So before I got my interview, I actually got a notice saying that my medical examination expired because it's been over a year and I would have to do it again. So I did have to go to the doctor a second time, do all of the examinations and blood tests again. And this time they actually raised the price, so I had to pay $280 for the doctor once again. All of the paperwork plus all of my 2 doctor visits for me, it made this whole green card cost me $2,215. But I'm so happy that it's over. And if you're watching this video and you're going through the same thing, then maybe I hope that this video gave you some assurance that, you know, chill. It's okay. It's not as scary as it seems. So this is my green card process story. I really hope this video helped you in some kind of way if you're going through this process. And if not, I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless. If you did, please give it a like and make sure to subscribe because I will see you next time. Bye bye.